Welcome to ED 584, and this is Module 5. As we get into the introduction for this module, I put up the website from Blackboard Learn for this module number 5. A little bit about the picture. As I mentioned in Module 4, February is considered President's Month. We have President's Day during February, and Ronald Reagan was a president that was born, and his birth date is during the time frame for this module on February 6th, and that's his birth date. And he was originally from, and he grew up in Western Illinois, very close to where I grew up. The picture is from his second inauguration back in 1985. As you notice, it is not outside on the Capitol steps, but it took place inside in the Capitol Rotunda because of the sub-zero temperatures and the cold spell, polar vortex, and that was before we called those things polar vortices. So they moved the inauguration inside and did it in the rotunda of the Capitol. So moving into the introduction for Learning Module 5. This module, we will continue to examine means testing, and specifically for Module 5, we will be looking at related samples t-test. From our previous learning module, the one independent sample t-test allows us to test a hypothesis comparing a single group mean to that of a known or predicted population mean. And then the two independent sample t-test allows us to compare to independent group means. Going into related sample t-test, this allows us to test hypotheses concerning two related sample means, such as groups. Related samples are also called dependent samples and can occur through the use of a repeated measure design or a matched pair design. The repeated measure design, it takes place when participants are observed at different times, and at each time data is collected, and that is considered a group. For example, participants could be measured before a treatment is applied and then measured again after the treatment has been applied. This would be a pre- and post-test design. And in our CTE program, I'm working, and a grad student is working with me on a new teacher training cohort model that we received a grant for, and we implemented and provided them with a survey to complete at the beginning. And then we will also provide them the same survey throughout the course of the project, with a final one at the conclusion of the second year that they are in that project. Also, these groups, they might be measured across two different treatments, and this is called within subjects design. Related samples can also be established through the use of matched pairs design. In this case, participants are only measured once within the group they belong to, and then matched with another participant in another group based on some common characteristic. When conducting any statistical procedure, it is important to understand the assumptions of the procedure and ensure that they have been adequately addressed. Assumptions of the related sample t-test are normality and independence within groups. As we learned from the study of the one sample t-test, a significant finding should include a reporting of effect size. Effect size provides an indication of the meaningfulness of a significant finding and can be numerically represented through any of three different statistical calculations. Those are Cohen's d, eta squared, and omega squared. Each of these effect size measures are included within and are important for our study of related samples procedures. In this module, we'll also include a study of an alternative approach to hypothesis testing. All t-test procedures are a form of this hypothesis testing. And this alternative approach will be in the form of point estimation and interval estimation. And you'll see this in Statistics for the Behavioral Sciences, Chapter 11. Important concepts include the fact that the mean of a random sample is an unbiased estimator of the population mean and can be used as a population estimator. Remember, the mean from a random sample is the expected mean of the population from which it was drawn. Another important concept is the fact that the standard error can be estimated from sample data and used to establish confidence intervals. A confidence interval represents a range of values in which we can be sure within a designated level of probability, usually 95%, but it could be any level decided upon, that the value of the population is within. The lower value of the confidence level is called the lower bound, while the upper value of the confidence level is called, believe it or not, upper bound. The lower and upper bound are sometimes reported within brackets, and the example is provided here in the introduction for the module. When the confidence interval for the mean difference contains the value of 0, then that indicates insufficient evidence to conclude a difference exists between groups. A mean difference value of 0 indicates there's no difference between the groups, and if 0 falls within the confidence interval determined for the mean difference, then we cannot claim a difference exists between the groups. Next thing will be the objectives, and I'll let you read through those, and then we'll get to the assignments for this learning module. For the readings, read Chapter 10 of the Statistics for the Behavioral Sciences, and this is related samples t-test. And then there is also the supporting PowerPoint presentation and also a supporting YouTube video. Read Chapter 11, and this is the estimation and confidence intervals. And again, a supporting PowerPoint video along with a supporting YouTube video. In the how to use SPSS, Section 6.4 will be the reading assignment for Learning Module 5. The assessments, as with the other modules, it'll be the quiz, and this is actually quiz number 4, and that will be over Chapters 10 and 11. We'll have you do your Module 5 reflective commentary. And remember, to receive full credit for each of the reflective commentaries, you need to post a response to two students, two of your fellow students' postings, or you can post to a fellow student and my 2 cents posting. Just as a heads up, on February 15th, the first major writing assignment, the research article summary, will be due right around midnight on February 15th. Instructions are in Blackboard Learn. This will be where you all will read a piece of quantitative research and then write a 3 to 4 page paper summarizing and evaluating that research. Again, its directions are available in Blackboard Learn. And then the conclusion here is just some things to think about as you move into the next module. So then going through the links, link to the testing means related to sample t-test, and this is the PowerPoint. There's the YouTube video for dependent samples t-test, the PowerPoint for estimation and confidence intervals, and then also a YouTube, a supplemental YouTube video. Quiz 4 link, module reflection, and then here's the link for the research summary. As always, do not hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. And I look forward to seeing your work from this learning module. Thank you.